Here in Hoboken, I bring an exclusive interview with Councilwomen Castellano and Mason as they plan to introduce an ordinance at the upcoming City Council meeting prohibiting all parking booths in the Mile Square City. Councilwoman, appreciate a few minutes here on Hudson County TV. It's my understanding that you'll be introducing an ordinance regarding the elimination of parking booths here in Hoboken. That's a welcome relief for many viewers, I'm sure. Could you just tell us a little bit more about what this ordinance entails?
Really what this is about not booting people, and especially onerous on people that for the first time find they're in violation. When they come out, you know, it's kind of saying that you're guilty before you've actually proven yourself innocent. And in this country, as we know, it's innocence until you're proven guilty. The boot makes it so that you can't move your car, and it's very onerous, especially late in the evening when we have residents or visitors here that come to see our residents and to visit our establishments here on Washington Street and around our city. So it's a pretty tough thing for people.
Councilwoman Castellano, when we look at the numbers here in terms of people being booted and the revenue that the city has been generating from this, though, clearly a lot of residents have been up in arms about it, though. What have your constituents told you lately in terms of ultimately how big of a problem this is?
Basically, I can't repeat what they say. This is a pattern of abuse that goes on in this city from this administration, and it's getting worse and worse, and I knew that it would implode one day, and this is what's happening. The garbage, changing midstream of the garbage collection is a way of producing revenue. By the time the owners get with the program, the new program, they've already ticketed people for garbage. The taxes, the reval, which was initiated by this mayor to increase our taxes, it is like they are penalizing people, for our residents, for living here. And the second story is you're penalizing people who come to visit us, families, and people who come to work in our establishments and visit our stores and our restaurants. So all the way around, the residents and the visitors are on a loss here. But the city, I believe it was $5.5 million last year, and they're proud of it, and they want to surpass that this year. So you figure it out.
Now, Councilwoman, back in 2012, apparently Mayor Zimmer and Council President Peter Cunningham had made a pledge to really, revise Hoboken's parking laws. What have been your conversations with both of them in regards to this, and ultimately, do you see them even lifting a finger about this?
Well, I see the proof is in the pudding. It's gotten worse. So they could say whatever they want to say. They lie a lot. They tell people what they think they want to hear, and that's about it.
Now, Councilwoman Mason, when we look at ultimately the revenue that's just been generated because of this, what has been, again, conversations that you've had with either the mayor or even the parking department about this in terms of, really, alleviating this burden on residents?
Well, it depends on where you're coming from. Some people think that, ticketing people heavily is the way to go about things. But I believe that government isn't supposed to be about penalizing people. It's supposed to be about public service. We are public servants. We're supposed to respond to assisting our businesses and our residents to have people come enjoy themselves in Hoboken, especially in this economy when, businesses are challenged to get people to come and to spend their dollar here. They have other choices where they could go to New York City, they could go to Jersey City, they can go to other places that don't necessarily help the city of Hoboken, and that's where we're supposed to be focused our attention.
If I may, that any city, the stable business district is the financial backbone of a city. And our business district is anything but. It's very unstable, it's in flux. Storefronts are moving in and out. They're here a year and a half. And I'm afraid down the line that that's going to really impact the city financially.
Councilwoman Castellano, what sort of support do you expect from your fellow members on the City Council? Do you see ultimately this ordinance passing?
I hope so. I hope so. I hope that their sense of duty prevails. We are public servants. We should be enhancing life, quality of life for our residents, and not decreasing the quality of life daily.
In addition to that, the government isn't here to collect money so that they can fund administrative costs and for travel to places like all over the country, whether it's, you know, Atlantic City trips or Portland, Oregon trips, or directors that don't even live here in town or work here in town, consultants that are spending travel time going all over the place. That's not what our money should be going toward. It should be going to support our city itself. This is, you know, Hoboken is not about a boondoggle for the government. So that's where, you know, there's two sides. Where you have money coming in, it shouldn't be spent frivolously.
Councilman, now the devil's advocate argument will be, well, if you want to eliminate parking booths, then what's going to be the alternative? Is it raising the fines themselves? Is it just increasing ticket distribution?
I think the ticket increasing is definitely the way to go. First of all, for people that are having their first offense, it kind of tells them that, you know, this is something you can't do here in town. And you can even go around town and see that even the signage is very confusing. I've gotten a boot myself because I couldn't tell where things were. You can also see where there are lines on the street, whether they're yellow or red, and only insiders know which color goes to where. And this isn't about who's on the inside that gets the special parking. It's supposed to be, you know, the government that serves everyone.
Well, Councilwomen Mason and Castellano, we appreciate a few minutes here on Hudson County TV, and best of luck with the introduction of this ordinance.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Fernando Uribe, coming to you from Hoboken. And as always, stay classy, everyone.